Have you ever wanted to create an AI agent which does something for you every week without your involvement? In today's video, we'll create an AI agent which uses Perplexity in order to find latest news about the real estate industry and sends you an update about the news via the Telegram with the links to the resources. In order to start, you don't need to have any kind of programming experience. The only thing you need to have is a connected n8n account. And now let's see how it all works. We have a clean daily digest private group on Telegram, and we'll be able to see the news when they will arrive here. The workflow will be executed once a week. We are pressing execute workflow, and as you can see, the node started executing. We received a news from Perplexity. This is the message. There are eight news with sources. If you click on one of the sources, you will be able to go to the directly to the page with from where this summary has been created. You can see that there is a scheduled trigger. The workflow starts with it every week. Then there is a node where I keep all the constants like Telegram chat ID, like the name of the industry which I would like to research. Currently, it's real estate industry. The number of days I would like to go back in relation to the news to include in my digest, and so on. Then there is a Perplexity node. In the Perplexity node, what we are doing, we are just using the Perplexity API and making a request in order to search the data for the industry which we have specified in the settings node here. So Perplexity is doing the request, search the internet, and give us back the result. Then there is a node which is an agent node which sends the answer from Perplexity to OpenAI and asks to format it in a way which will be used in order to send the message to the Telegram. And the last node is sending the message in Telegram. The only thing you need to basically do is to receive the data from the previous node and send this data to the Telegram group. And in a separate video here, which you'll be able to find if you download this workflow, if you connect to the Telegram group of Unreasonable AI. So in this video, I explain how to connect Telegram to n8n. You can already see that I have received today a message from the digest, and this digest contains the data about the real estate industry in Germany for the last 7 days. So I limited the amount of news about real estate industry to 7, and you'll be able to change this number here in the workflow settings node if you download this workflow. And now let's take a slightly closer look at how it all works. So if we go to this workflow, you'll be able to see that we start with a schedule trigger. I open the schedule trigger. Here we are setting the following interval, days, and we're saying that the days between the triggers will be 7 days. So I would like to search for the news in the daily digest every seven days. Why 7 days? Why not every day? I actually tested it to do it every day. The problem is that I would like to see the latest news, and for the real estate industry in Berlin, of course, there are news which are coming every day, but currently Perplexity, which we're using in this workflow, is somehow not finding all the news. Maybe just goes to the English resources and the German ones. I'm not sure exactly how it does it. And I found out that if I set up the 1 week period, then the news are actually quite good and they're interesting. If I'm doing it every day, then it repeats the news most often. Sometimes it just doesn't find any new information. And in the end, for me, at least currently, at the current level of Perplexity capacity to search the internet, maybe to have a digest every 7 days is the best one. So we're having it triggers 7 days. Then I'm saying that I would like to trigger it at 7 a.m. every morning and trigger at minute 0, so basically at 7 a.m. 00. Then the next node, which you can see here, is the settings node. I normally have the settings node in each of my workflows, at least from some period in the past, because it happens normally that there are some kind of constants within the workflow, like Telegram chat ID, or maybe here the industry and the number of days for which I would like to check, which I would like to be able to change in one place. I do not want to go into the Perplexity daily search node or into the Telegram node and find there or insert there the constants which I normally use. So what I'm doing here, I'm just adding a node, a set node, and in this set node or edit fields node, what I'm doing, I just have added I created a manual mapping, so not JSON but manual mapping, and I added number of parameters. First one is Telegram chat ID, and this is the number of my Telegram group. Then I added analyzed industry, real estate industry. analyzed period 7 days, analyzed region Germany, number of articles 7. So these are the constants which I will be using, and I'll be linking my other nodes to these constants in Perplexity Node, for example, in the Telegram node, in OpenAI node. You'll see there in the prompts. So when we're creating the prompts, I'm not hard coding the real estate industry. I'm actually linking to this variable here so that when you download this workflow, and by the way, please connect to the Telegram group of Unreasonable AI, and there you'll be able to download this whole workflow with all the explanations. And so everything you see on the screen will be there. So once you open it on your in your n8n account, you will be able to modify this data here, here, and here in line with your industry, in line with your country, in line with the number of days for which you are interested in. And as a result, you can see that, so these settings in the end, they are finalized in this type of a JSON object. Here you can see Telegram chat ID, that's the chat ID, analyzed industry, and so on. And what does it mean? It means that the next nodes like Perplexity, OpenAI node, and Telegram node, which is here, they can all see these values and they can reuse these values. So the next node is Perplexity. If we go to Perplexity, that's actually the key, the brain of this workflow. Perplexity node is, I think it's quite simple, but it took me some time to create this prompt, and now you'll be able to see the prompt now. So I just connected Perplexity account, and if you don't know how to connect Perplexity account and how to add some money there, you will see in this workflow, there is a video on my channel, Connect Perplexity to n8n. You can just go to the channel of Unreasonable AI and find it. It's on the shorts. So Perplexity account is connected. I'm selecting this credential, and I'm saying that the operation which I would like to do is not to make a custom API call, but just to message a model. And there is a number of models in Perplexity: Sonar, Sonar Deep Research, Sonar Pro, and so on. I tried all of them, and the best result is this one, Sonar Deep Research. So you don't need to do this work. Sonar Deep Research will give you the best information in relation to the daily digest. So Sonar Deep Research. And then what we're having here is also the text of the request in just normal human language, slightly modified with some variables from the workflow settings node. And here we are just asking for the news about the real estate industry. And then simplify output. So I decided to simplify output. You can select not simplify output, but I think for simplification output works quite fine. And search recency filter, I added it to be a week. So the recency filter is set to a week. Let's go now to the prompt itself. So if you open this node and if you click on this small button here, it's actually very small, and n8n team I think should change it because otherwise you cannot really find it. So you click on this button, and here that's an editor of the prompt. You can see here the expression, and you can see here the result. So the expression is the following. I'm creating a prompt, and inside this prompt, I would like to inject some of the elements which are coming from other nodes. So one of the elements is analyzed industry, another one is analyzed period, another one is analyzed region. I'm currently in Germany, so it's Germany here. And the result, and you can see that I have injected these variables like JSON, analyzed period, JSON, analyzed industry, and so on. And injection is actually quite simple. You just start typing, and then you are taking this thing from here, you are dragging and dropping it, let's say here, and it appears. Once that appears here in the expression view, you can also see that it's in this view of the result, real estate industry. This we don't need. Let's just delete. And you can see it's deleted also here. This is the final result. We're searching for the news in real estate industry in the last 7 days. I'm injecting the date, which is today, so that Perplexity can relate to the current date and go back 7 days from that moment. And we're saying that if there are no news in the last 7 days, or at least Perplexity have not found anything interesting, then just respond no notable news for real estate industry in Germany found in the past 7 days. And on the next step, what we're doing, we're adding the agent node, and here OpenAI is already connected. There is OpenAI key, and you can use OpenAI API. I'm choosing one of the cheapest model, which is fine for us, GPT 4.1 Nano. And here I'm providing the following prompt to OpenAI. I'm saying that Here is the content of the response from Perplexity, and then I'm injecting the content of the response of some fields from this response. Please remove all thinking and reasoning nodes which Perplexity injects into the answer. Ensure each item has a clear one-to-sentence summary. After each summary, include the full source URL, add spacing between used items for readability, and so on. I'm giving a bit of more things like start with hi today is, and some rule like if Perplexity output shows no information, no notable news in the last analyzed period, just respond in the following way. And that's the result. As you can see, using the information which we received from Perplexity at the current run, this is what will be sent. So it's not basically it's not the result of the response of OpenAI. This is the result of the prompt which will be sent to OpenAI before we get the response. And it's quite long. As you can see, all things in green is the other injections from Perplexity Node. So the things which we injected here, or from the settings nodes, for instance. And these are the sources, these are the links. In this way, OpenAI receives it. These are our rules and what we're asking to do. And then OpenAI works and gives us the following result. So in JSON format, this is the content of the answer. Hi, today is October 12th, and so on. We're having an answer. We're having also the links, which are created in Markdown format, which Telegram understands. So in the last step, we need to send everything or the response from OpenAI to Telegram. This is actually quite simple once you connect Telegram and the private group in the Telegram. If you don't know how to do it, there is a link in the description, and the link is also here in the bottom in this workflow, connect Telegram to n8n. So once you connect Telegram and the private group to Telegram, I have this this bot, unreasonable bot, which I created, which is connected to n8n. So I'm using it here, and I'm just indicating chat ID to which will be pasting the answer. And this chat ID is coming, as we said in before, from the node workflow settings. That's why I created this workflow settings node. I'm just dragging and dropping it from here to here to chat ID, and everything works perfectly. If I need in the future to change the chat ID so that I use another chat or another private group, it's very simple. I just go back to settings node here, and instead of this chat ID, I'm changing it to my one. So that's how I prefer to work with some constants in the workflow. So here in Telegram, coming back, we're having the chat ID and we're having text, which is the content of the message we received from the previous node. So that's the previous node, OpenAI format for Telegram. And here is this element content, which contains all the data I would like to send. I just dragged here and dropped it. And in this way, I'm having it all here. The only thing I would like maybe to note, if you do not want, and if we go to our Telegram, you can see that in the end of the Telegram message, you see this one. This message was sent automatically with n8n. I normally prefer not to have this last message, and in order to not have it, you just need to come here, press add field, append an n8n attribution, and deselect it, so that there is no n8n attribution appended into the end of the message. And just like that, the message is sent to the Telegram from the bot, basically to the chat with the following ID. It has a title, the Daily Digest, and it has the following content. In this way, we are sending the message to Telegram, and we're receiving the following message, which you can see on the screen. So that's how this workflow works. It's not very complicated, as you can see. Perplexity from this moment is becoming just more and more advanced. That's why if you just set it up once, you'll be able to see the better and better result every week. You'll be receiving your daily digest. And once you download the JSON file from the Telegram community of Unreasonable AI, please join the community. You will just need to go to n8n and basically import it, and it's done in the following way. So if we first, let's save it here. So if you are in your n8n in n8n account, you can basically create a workflow, and here you can just import the import from URL or import from file. You just select import from file, you indicate the JSON file which you downloaded, and then you will get automatically this workflow, AI News Digest with Perplexity final. This is the one you can see on the screen. You will see some instructions here. You will see also the links to these YouTube videos in relation to how to connect Perplexity, how to connect Telegram, and how to connect OpenAI. These are three things which you need to have this workflow running. And then after you connected these things, you just need to go to the node. You select your credentials for Perplexity account here, for the OpenAI account here, and for Telegram account here, and you go to workflow settings, and here you change the settings. So Telegram chat ID should be chat ID of your Telegram group. Analyzed real estate, analyzed industry should be the industry which you would like. It may be not even an industry. It depends on you. If you want to add something more here, you can just add additional field, and so you can just add a field, and then there's going to be additional field like something like this, test field, and then some value, test value. In this way, you will be able to modify this node, and you will have in the workflow settings node not only the settings which I created, but the settings which you will also add. The only thing which you should always do is you should always be pressing save the workflow, otherwise all your changes will be lost. And also, once you're ready to launch it, you just need to activate it. So once you press active here, the workflow becomes active, and if you go back, you'll be able to see that I have all the workflow not active, and the only one is AI News Digest with Perplexity, active one. So it will start at 7 a.m. once a week, and I will be receiving into my Telegram group the digest like this one. If you like this video and found it useful, I would appreciate if you like it, comment under this video, and potentially share it with your friends. And if you're not yet the member of n8n community, in the description and in the pinned comment, you will be able to find my affiliate link to join n8n Cloud. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.